All right, Jason here from newtonswave.com. So in this live video, I'm going to show you how to predict when crypto are going to pop or break out, do a parabolic. It's really, the science is really simple. There's a science behind trading. So let me just show you what Newton's wave is really quickly. So here we've got OG. So if I just delete these other lines from tutorials I was doing for my students, I'll just show you how Newton's wave works. So this is the macro. Let me just make my picture a bit smaller there. There you go. This is OG on the macro. So what I mean by macro, it goes back all the way to 10th of Jan 2021. Okay, so this is the macro picture. So if we go on to OG and I put it on the week, so I'm using tradingview here, below here you can see something like some green lines here, and this is called Newton's wave. And basically Newton's wave is like a barometer. It shows you the pressure behind withdrawals and deposits, because that's all crypto is. It's withdrawals and it's people putting money in, people taking money out. And by using it, you can work out, it shows you, it's an indicator showing you when things are going to pop. So let me give you an example. So if I put this on a day now, so this is OG, so this is a historical one. Okay, so this is historical. So here we got on OG, we've got a peak here, all right, of the price peak, which is here. And so that is on the 24th of April, that is when the price peaked. Now, interestingly, right, you can see on here, on the chart, so those were deposits. Now, here were the withdrawals. Now, interestingly, you can see that although the withdrawals stopped here, the price kept coming down to here. And Newton's wave shows you here that the deposits started to be made from here, literally on the 15th of May. Even though the price went down, right, for another month or two, right, Newton's wave tells us when the deposits were starting to be made. So price precedes volume and vice versa. Okay, so now if we'd have used and looked at Newton's wave, right, we could have predicted when the turn was going to happen. So let me just show you something here. So we go to the former peak here, okay, of Newton's wave. So this was the turning point right here where the deposits, right, equaled the amount. So the price when it peaked was 1652, which was here, this blue line. So the amount of deposits deposited equals 1652. Right? Now, as soon as that line, this green line, started to cross the blue one, that shows that the price was going to turn and go up. But let me show you how to work out when it was going to pop. So if I put a vertical line through 2 points, the previous peak here, and I'm using the previous peak on Newton's wave, okay, rather than the price because it's more accurate, and that bit there was where it started to turn. So now if I come down on the price time frame to 15 minutes and bring Newton's wave down to 15 minutes, there we go, we can get more of an accurate picture here. So let me show you this, right? In fact, let me go to an hour on the price time frame. There we go. So that was the price peak right there, and this blue line here right there is where Newton's wave shows that the deposits started to increase again. So to work out where the breaking point was, when it was going to pop back up to, so it's heading back up to, right now it's heading back up to $16. So what we would have done on this turning point right here, we'd have put a line here. Oh, let me try that again. would have put a line right there. And if you're a treasure hunter, you know that X marks the spot. So right there is the spot when the price would have turned. And that's basically what Newton's wave is. It tells us when things are going to pop. So if we now go to ASTR, okay, if we now go to ASTR, again, this is, if I just bring this, change the time frame on here, this is Newton's wave. So again, so when will ASTR pop and what's it going to go to? Well, let me show you. So Newton's wave tells us that basically the deposits withdrawal stopped here. Okay, so I'm going to put a line at the bottom. The withdrawal stopped there, and then basically deposits, loads of deposits were made. Now you'll see that these peaks here, which is the pressure of the top deposits, are equal, right, are greater than the peaks on this side here and here, which would have been this price. So these peaks show that loads of money had been deposited, hence the massive spike in the price here. Now this is where it gets really interesting, right? Watch this, right? Because this is where, right, the deposits stopped on ASTR. All right, the deposits stopped on this line here, and the deposits actually have carried on since the 9th of June here. Now interestingly, you can see on Newton's wave the pressure and the deposits, but it hasn't been reflected on the price yet. So the price, right, so this price here, Newton's wave, has beat the previous peak set here, which was, if we look at the price here, that's 11 cents. So the deposits right here have topped 11 cents, but it hasn't been reflected in the price yet. So with Newton's wave, you go to a former peak, which is here, right there, and you would come in when Newton's wave crossed the line. So this line represents 11 cents. As you can see, it's on 6 cents. So this tells us that it's going to hit 11 cents again. But because this is a macro, this is going to be the next rise up. So let's see where this is going to go to. Okay, so we put it at the bottom there, we scrunch it up. So the actual price over the next week or two is actually going to hit 17 cents. So you can see it started to go at the moment. It's on 61 at the moment, so it's rising as we're speaking, right? So, and this is really truly amazing what Newton's wave, I've been using this for a couple of years now, and people that use this make a lot of money because trading is a science and this is a barometer. So it shows us, Newton's wave shows us that the price is going to hit 17 again, and it started. So now if I come down now, let me come down, right, and show you how we work out on a real-time basis. So that's a macro. So let me now put this on to, let me bring this down now to, let me put the lines in here. All right, so that's our original peak. So now let me come down to 15 minutes. There we go. Ooh, may have to come down to an hour. There we go. Gotcha. So you can see here, right, that this is the price peak. I'm doing a live video, Max. Sorry about that. That was the wife calling me, right? But the point I'm trying to make is, right, this was the last peak 11. So this blue line represents real time $11. The price, as you can see on this line here that I'm going to draw for you now, it's at 0.608 as we speak, right? So oops, just bear with me now. So you can see that Newton's wave has crossed this blue line is $11. So I'll put it on here as well. In fact, let me just take that off. So what I'm going to do actually, I'm going to use text. It doesn't stretch. So if I put 0.061, there we go. So this line here is 0.061, and if I go on to here, if I can do it, there we go, 0.061. So okay, so that is the price as it stands, but you can see, right, this sorry, that is actually 0.011. So we're here, but Newton's wave has shown us, right, that the Newton's wave has gone past the last price peak, which was in April of 0.011. So this price now is going to go here. So let me show you where the price is going to go to, if I can find the line. So the price is going to go to here, right? That's the previous peak, and then it's going to go to 17. So Newton's wave shows us quite clearly via science that this is where this is heading. So this is why we call this a macro rise, and that's what's so amazing about Newton's wave and why I love doing these videos, right? So so let me just come out now back to a macro time frame view for you. There you go. So I hope this makes sense now. So that is how Newton's wave predicts the price in advance. It's like, as I said, a barometer that tells us about all the deposits and withdrawals, when they're made, where they're at, and when Newton's wave passes a previous peak, which is here, it's 0.11 there, we can see that this is going to go easily to 0.011. Well, I say 0.11, and then it has to beat the previous peak, which is going to be, so here's the peak before that, right, which is here. So that's the next resistance point, which is 0.17. So there you go. I hope that helps. As you can see, it's already gone up. It's climbing crazily as we're speaking now, and that is because on Newton's wave here, it's about to pass the last line of resistance, okay, which is there, and as it crosses through there, bang, then you watch this shoot up today. So there you go. Listen, thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video. My name is Jason from newtonswave.com. If you'd like to know more about Newton's wave, just go to newtonswave.com, right? If you want to change your trading, if you want to start trading scientifically without guessing and actually see real-time deposits and withdrawals, right, because volume precedes price, then Newton's wave is the indicator for you. So listen, you take care. Thank you very much for watching.